Hi again, Teresa Morrison here, and in this video I want to talk to you about your nervous system. This does not have to be as complicated as you think it might be. I am going to mention a couple of medical terms, but once I start telling you about it and explaining it to you, it'll make so much more sense. So you have two systems that govern a lot of your behaviors when you're in stressed emotional states. So, one of them is, and I have to consult my notes for this, is your sympathetic system. And it controls those fight or flight responses. So, we all know that whenever you get angry about something or really scared about something, an extreme emotion, your body fills up with adrenaline. Because the adrenaline is there to help you either fight it off or run away or freeze. Freeze is another adrenaline response that's not as much talked about or recognized. But that's your sympathetic system. That's what it does. That's what it goes back to caveman times. They were your only responses. That was the way it was. But you also have another system called the parasympathetic system. And this is a bit more internal, a bit more hidden, a bit more less recognized. And it deals with whether you will rest or digest. If you think about it, if you're under a lot of danger, the last thing your body's going to prioritize is digestion of food. No, it's going to ignore all that. It's going to send all the energy, all that adrenaline to your legs that are going to help you run, or your arms and hands that are going to help you fight. So it's not going to be interested in the digestion of food. And it's not going to tell you you're overloaded, you're overwhelmed, you need to take a break and rest. Sometimes that's exactly what you need. Because all that stress hormones, the cortisol, the adrenaline building up in your system is very hard on your system. It drains your body of resources. It drains your body of that fast energy resource metabolization, which is mostly carbohydrates, sugars, those sort of things that are more easily metabolized. So it drains you. And chronic stress, which can happen through a very stressful job, a very stressful home life situation, or a stressful environment for other reasons. If that stress is always there, if that stress is continuous, that's chronic stress. That is very damaging for your body. And it's very damaging for all of your resources, your physical resources, your mental resources, your emotional resources. It's why you lose patience. It's why you can't make decisions. It's why you can't stick to a plan. Stick to, if you're trying to do something new, it's why you stop, because you've all this other stress coming at you. You don't have the energy to put in something else. You don't. And whenever you have that amount of stress, it's a health condition. It's a health condition. So think about those two parts of your systems. The sympathetic system from the caveman days, fight or flight. But don't ignore the parasympathetic system, rest or digest, because chronic stress has long-term effects. The acute stress with the fight or flight response, there can be long-term effects if it's traumatic, because that has long-term effects. But the more dangerous one is the effect on the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's why when it comes to burnout, which we see a lot of in the higher, more stressful occupations and employment situations, or other home lifestyle situations where there's more stress on a continuous basis. And that's why they're actually more dangerous. And that's where more help is required. That's when coaching comes into it. Coaching, counselling, therapy, anything that helps a person deal with that type of stress. So it could be talking therapy, it could be meditations. Some people like a bit of daily motivation in the form of affirmations or daily inspiration quotes. Some people need more in-depth one-to-one help. Maybe get in touch with a group of people who have been in the same situation as you and have some peer support. There's a lot of ways that you can deal with that kind of stress. It's not a fact of putting on a brave face and soldiering on. Soldiers are a different category of people, different situation, and they deal with a lot of stress too. And they can get support too. We're all human beings, so we all need support from time to time. So think about the different types of stress and the different effects it has on your body. And reach out for support if you think you need it. A lot of that stress isn't going to go away on its own. It's not a bad thing to get help. It's not a bad thing to get support. We all need it. Okay, this has been a very deep video today. So I hope it's been useful and given you a lot of things to think about. Just send me a message if you want to find more about how to deal with different types of stress. So my name's Teresa Morrison. You can send me a message, Teresa Morrison Coaching on Facebook, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.